Guys, so we have a big breaking news update coming out when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Do me a favor and share the video. Once again, thank you so much for your support. US Commander in Chief said he will bomb Moscow and Beijing in leaked audio. Now, we talked about this last night, but we have updates. Very, very important updates are coming out, including this one here. I just posted a video not too long ago, but we have more information. The bear launches record drone assault on UKR, Ukraine, prompting NATO response. So again, NATO got involved. All right, so we're going to see what's going on with these two breaking news. These biblical war tensions are rising. Donald, Putin, and you guys already know Donald, he called out Putin, and he's not pleased with him. He's not happy with Putin. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Guys, we're going to do the verse of the day over at the Real GS News later today. Do me a favor, share the video. I really appreciate the love and support. Very important to share the video. My other platforms, I get more views like on TikTok and other places, but here on this platform, we are being put under the rug. We haven't gained any subscriber in almost 2 years, and it's not because people don't want to watch our video. This is happening to many of us YouTubers. They're putting us under the rug. All right, so again, it's not the first time. They've been doing this since 2016. All right, so continue praying for our channel. Thank you so much for your support. And a lot of people are saying that they've been unsubscribed to our channel. They do that once a year. They remove the dead subscribers, but they also accidentally remove other people. So a lot of our followers have been unsubscribed. We receive your emails. And again, just make sure, guys, you come back to my channel and check out the videos. Sometimes the platform could be really strict. They do that type of stuff. A recently linked audio recorded has stirred significant controversy, revealing claims by former U.S. leader that he threatened to bomb, Moscow, if the bear invaded Ukraine during his first term. Now, Russia responded, and I want to bring that information up really quick. This is what Russia said. Give me a second here. Okay, so this is what Russia said. RT is putting out the information. Kremlin can't confirm leaked 2024 audio where Donald brags he allegedly threatened Putin to bomb, Moscow. Hard to say if it's true. There were no phone calls back then, since Donald wasn't U.S. president. Kremlin Peskov said. All right, so they still, talking about all this leaked audio, and the bear country, Russia, well, they waking up to this one here. They're not liking this audio thing by Donald. All right, so also Canadian Prepper, big shout out to Canadian Prepper. He makes, again, a huge point on this one here. So this is what he said. The record under Joe, the former leader of this country, Joe was 180. All right, so under Biden was 180 drones. 728 is a 300% increase under Donald. This is totally out of control. So basically, under Donald, this war has gone way out of control. But under Joe, it was a whole different ball game. Is it true? Yes. I agree. I agree with Canadian Prepper. I agree with Canadian prepper. He's absolutely right. Under Joe, there wasn't like crazy drone stuff going on in Ukraine, but right now, under Donald, there is a lot of drone stuff going on. The bear just unleashed over 700 drones. Again, that's going to be our next news right after this one here. All right, so we do have some update. Okay, so the audio obtained by, of course, that type of news up CN, you know what, and reported by Yahoo News, capture Donald speaking at a private fundraiser in 2024, where he recounted a conversation with Vladimir. According to the recording, Donald stated with Vladimir, I said, if you go into UKR, follow me with the code words, I'm going to bomb the you know what out of Moscow. So the remarks made during a closed door event have raised question about Donald's foreign policy approach and his interactions with world leaders. Now again, the bear is saying there's no record of this happening. There's no phone call records. And by the way, he was not the commander in chief in 2024. So that's what the bear is saying. That's what Russia is saying. There's no record of him saying none of that. We don't have nothing recording. This is just nonsense, basically. The audio also includes a similar claim about a warning issued to, also look at this, the Red Dragon leader, where Donald allegedly said that if the Red Dragon invaded Taiwan, he will bomb also that capital. Now, guys, leave comments down below. Do you think this audio is accurate? Do you believe that Donald actually said this, that he would drop on Moscow and Beijing? Again, leave comments down below. I just showed you Russia. They responded, the Kremlin. They said we don't have any information, any records recording, the phone call about this. This is something that is hard for us to believe since he was not president in 2024. That's what the bear is saying. Leave comments down below. These statements reflects a pattern of provocation rhetoric, which Donald suggested was intended to deter military aggression. He claimed that Vladimir believed me 10%, indicating a degree of skepticism from the bear leader about the threat credibility. The leaked audio comes at a time when Donald has publicly shifted his tone towards Putin, while the previously emphasized a cordial relationship with the Russian leader. Recent statement showed growing frustration. Now, during a cabinet meeting on July 8, 2025, Donald remarked, "We get a lot of bulls." Again, Donald remarked, "We get a lot of bull," the BS word, thrown us by Putin. And that's true. Donald did say that, signaling a tougher stance as peace talks between the bear and Crane falter. He also expressed support for a Senate bill proposing additional sanctions on Moscow, a departure from his earlier reluctance to escalate pressure on the bear. Now, guys, I have this feeling that Donald could possibly send a message, and we're not going to be told about this operation, just like what happened to Iran, the facility, right? Again, none of us expected that operation to happen. Usually we get heads up, but Donald came out of nowhere and say, "Hey guys, we just dropped the bunker buster and the planes have left Iran." So everybody was in shock, like, whoa, you just actually did that? I do believe we're going to see something like that again, possibly, perhaps Moscow or St. Petersburg. And if that happens, again, just buckle up. Once again, the bear country has responded cautiously to the audio, with spokesman Dmitry, again, that's the one I just showed you, the RT update, stating that it was not sure of the veracity of the CN, report. This ambiguity underscores the difficult. Give me a second here, guys. I truly apologize, guys. I truly apologize. I'm just getting all these phone calls. I truly apologize. All right, so once again, so this ambiguity underscores the difficulty in verifying Donald's claims, as no public records confirms the specific threat were made directly to Vladimir or the leader of the Red Dragon. Critics argued that such rhetoric, if true, risk escalating tensions with major world powers, while supporters may view it as a bold strategy to deter aggression. Now, again, here's the thing, guys. Donald is a type of man that would say stuff like that. Donald is a type of man that would say stuff like, hey, I would drop something on your region. I would do it. I mean, Donald has proven that he's not afraid. He's not Joe. He's not Barack. He's not Bush. He's not Clinton. He would literally drop the hammer. He proven, Iran, Kim Jong-un. He told Kim, I got a button in my desk and my button is bigger and mine works. Yours doesn't work. Yours, you press it and it gets stuck. The silo won't open. Mine's open. Mine's fire. Mine's in the sky. You go bunker and, again, Donald's the type of person that he won't tolerate. He keeps it real, put it like that. The audio detail in a new book by journalists Joss and Tyler and Isaac, titled 2024, How Donald Retook the White House and the Left Lost America, provides a rare glimpse into Donald's private conversation. Okay, so there's a book about this. Now, Donald, he needs to come out and address this. Donald needs to come out and address this. Usually Donald is very quick and, hey, I didn't say that. Again, that's not my audio, but, Donald just... First term Donald was really hardcore. Donald, first term, he tells us ASAP. This second term Donald is a whole different ballgame. The recordings captured at fundraiser in New York, Florida, highlight Donald's assertion that his presidency prevented conflict in Ukraine and Gaza, a claim he reiterated by stating, I would have prevented the wars in Ukraine and Gaza. However, the timing of the audio's release coincides with heightened tensions in Ukraine. On April 24, 2025, Donald publicly called on Putin to halt the strike on Kiev following a deadly of the bear missile and drone that has taken at least 10. This shift in rhetoric, coupled with the sleeping giant resuming arms shipments to Ukraine, suggests a more confrontational approach than Donald's earlier promises of brokering a swift peace deal. The revelation have sparked polarized reactions, and some view Donald's alleged threat as reckless, with one ex-user commenting, so much for peace in 24 hours. So much for peace in 24 hours. Now, you guys already know what that means. Again, Donald said that he was going to end the war in 24 hours. And yeah, that's not going to happen. The art of the deal means reckless war threat. Others see it as a calculated move to project strength. The lack of concrete evidence confirming these conversations, combined with the Kremlin non-committal response, leaves room for speculation about the authenticity and impact of Donald's words. As the U.S. navigates its role in the ongoing of the Bear and Crane conflict, the leaked audio adds another layer of complexity to Donald's foreign policy legacy. Whether these warnings were genuine or exaggerated for political effect remains unclear. But They underscored the high stakes of diplomatic rhetoric and an increasingly volatile global landscape. All right, so what do you guys think about this? Once again, Donald said he would bomb the you know what out of Moscow and Beijing in a leaked audio. Leave comments down below, guys. Leave comments down below. What do you think about that story? You think Donald really said it? Now, all this information will be shared on my Twitter page. The link will be in the description box. You can also follow me on Rumble. All right, and pretty soon, guys, I will have a TikTok account. I had one, but I kind of, stopped uploading to that account until they have a new ownership. All right, TikTok, we gain a lot more views on TikTok. We get like 100,000 views each video. For some reason, it seems like we get more people loving our stuff on TikTok. This platform here is really strict. They have been really strict on us. So again, your support truly helps out. Share the video. I really appreciate it. Share the video, guys. All right, so it says here you have NATO jets were scrambled overnight as the Bear carried out its largest drone strike yet on Ukraine, launching more than 700 drones, officials said. Now it says here Ukrainian leader Zelensky said that the new massive Bear strike on our cities involved 728 drones of various types, including over 300 Shaheds and 13 missiles, Zenkel, and a Scander. So again, you had one of NATO member, Poland, they had their aircraft in the air. All right, and the reason why is because this operation was happening right next to Poland. So Poland, they had jets in the sky. Most of the targets were taken down. Our interceptor drones were used. Dozens of enemies' targets were down, and we are scaling up this technology. Mobile fire groups were also active, and they downed dozens as well. I thank all our warriors for their precision, he added. Ukraine's Air Force said that the assault mainly targeted the northwestern city of Luhansk, and that's right next to Poland. And according to preliminary data, air defenses neutralized 718 enemy airstrike vehicles, 303 were taken down by fire, 415 were lost in location. As the strike was unfolding, the military of Poland, there you go, Poland, which borders Ukraine, said Ukraine, Polish, and Allied aviation has begun operating in our airspace in accordance with applicable procedures. All available forces and resources at the disposal of the operational commander of the Polish Armed Forces have been activated. This is like Article 5 on standby. So it says duty fighter pairs have been scrambled, and ground-based air defense and radar reconnaissance system have reached the highest state of readiness, it wrote on X. The measures taken are aimed at ensuring security in areas bordering the threatened regions. And later, it later added that due to the reduced level of threat from missile strike by the Bear aviation on Ukrainian territory, the operation of Polish and Allied aviation in Polish airspace have been concluded, and the activated forces and resources have returned to standard operation activity. All right, so these last couple of hours, but just less than 24 hours, there's been some crazy stuff coming out. The biggest operation by the Bear, they dropped the hammer. They made it rain fire on Ukraine last night. 700, from what I heard, it was 741 drones and all these missiles just literally pounding Ukraine. Donald audio being leaked about dropping some big ones on Moscow and Beijing, and the Bears responding, saying there's no. Again, we don't have any information about that, and if that's true, that's very very concerning. So again, the Bear is keeping an eye on Donald. Donald is not pleased with Putin, and you got things happening out there in Europe. So I would keep it updated when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure you triple check that notification bell. Again, like I said, the platform has not been sharing our content. Some people saying, Louis, your views is going down. Here's the thing, guys. For those of you who know a lot about YouTube, if you have a YouTube channel, you guys know what's really going on. Those that leave comments just watch our video. Again, I'm not trying to start anything, but it's those that have contents and post videos, they know what's really happening. This is what you call hiding our videos. And we seen a couple of our friends also, their stuff has been hidden, and some of them are in Rumble because their account are suspended. So again, please pray for us, pray for our channel, and thank you so much for your support. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.